Fan build. I do want to get into it, guys, but that's gonna have to wait till next week. I've been making a little progress on the van. I do want to try to get that awning out on the van, see how it works out. I got that finished yesterday and put that utility rack up on the van there. Like I was telling you earlier, I didn't want to drill into the top of the van, and nothing really solid up there that I could find that I felt comfortable drilling into. So in these mounts, you can see right there, they hook into the gutter, and those come in, oh, it's a kit. I ordered that. It comes, that whole, everything you see there, those two pieces, 2 bars there, and 4 side pieces, mounts there, come in one box. And that was pretty reasonably priced. I just ordered it on Amazon. We'll see how it works. I don't know. I'm not 100% excited about it. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to leave it there or not, but it's going to work for now. And it looks like, I don't know, like the van thinks it's the king now and it's got a crown sitting on its head. Those things stick up there pretty high. I suppose that's, they call it a ladder rack for, you know, for like a work van or whatever, to throw a ladder on. So I suppose that's to help to keep it from sliding off or whatever. But anyway, I got the awning on. I took that, for now, I took that one off of the off-road trailer. It'll probably go back on the off-road trailer because that's not the biggest one that CVT makes. So I'll probably maybe order the, since the van's so long, I got enough room there to put the, that one's an 80-inch wide, and they make a 96, I think. I may end up ordering the 96 and just having more room. We'll see how hard it is to handle. It's up higher over my head, so I'm going to have to get a little step stool or whatever to reach it. So we'll see how it works, but I'm going to set it up for you. I've got another couple little things I'll show you. I've been working, tinkering with it a little bit, so. But anyway, stay tuned here and we'll get this van pulled over here where we can get that awning out and get it staked down and set it up the way it normally sets up, and see how those side doors open and if it rubs and all that stuff. But I'm gonna play here for a little bit instead of working and call my chores good for the day. So hang tight here, guys. Well, that took, I don't know, less than 5 minutes to put that up. I did have to use the step stool. We'll see putting it away because you have to hold it in place for a second or two to get the strap to hold the, after I roll it up, to hold it in place there. But anyway, I got that set up, sitting down in the chair underneath the awning, and yeah, it seems like it's going to work okay. It's a little tall, a little higher up in the air than I'm used to, but I think it'll be all right. So some of you guys have probably seen bits and pieces. I haven't done really a close-up and talked about kind of really what's in here yet, but I've got my Dometic fridge. That's the 45 quart or liter, whatever it is. It's a, oh, you can either freeze with it or refrigerate with it. It'll go clear down to, I don't know, like around 0 or so. And there's the 12 volt plug, and then on the other side there's a 110. You can plug it in either or. I'll plug it into 110 normally before we leave and get it cooled down, and then plug it into the 12 volt, and then it runs off of that. There's a 12-volt battery in that box that charges off of the van. Then when we get home, I'll plug that into I'll plug it into the shop there, and it tops that battery back off, full charge and ready to go again next time we go. And but that cabinet there, I just threw that together. We had lots of little odds and ends materials left. I didn't have any material to build a full size, so I still got to do that. That's just a temporary there, so I'll probably build it out a little wider so it comes clear out and up behind the seat there and out past that battery. Probably even with, you can see how that fridge sticks out. Probably that it'll come out that depth, so it's about 24 inches or so, I think. Right now it's only like roughly 18 or so. And then I can build a little box with a door, kind of hide that battery a little more, give us a little more storage space. And so anyway, I put that in there. I got some lights. Oh, they're temporary. They're not going to stay there either. I'll probably put them back behind here, because right now they're pretty bright. Like if you come in here at night and turn them on, it shines right in your eyes. So, but I just hooked those up temporary for a camping trip we were going on, and those all come down into back behind. Yeah, you can kind of see where it plugs in there. I got a wire fuse block there, and then everything hooks into that fuse block. So I have been tinkering a little bit. Everything runs off of that battery. Even the put a USB in place of the cigarette lighter. I hooked a USB up in here, and you can see it says 12.8 right now, and that's that spare battery that's sitting there. So the van keeps it mostly charged up, but it don't get a good heavy charge until I plug it in after we get back home. But runs that fridge and my lights and stuff. It'll go for a while, 2 or 3 or 4 days probably or something. But and then I put it's a clothes rod, I guess, bar for like your closet, and I've got a blackout curtain. It's in the shop right now. I just bought it, and I'll hang that up in there. It'll close on here, close behind the seats, because a couple times we've been camping at night, you turn the light on inside the van and you walk in front of the van if anybody walked by, and you can see straight into the van. It's all lit up in there, so we bought that blackout curtain, and that'll give a little more privacy at nighttime and daytime too, I guess, if you need privacy in the daytime for whatever. Then all the windows have these little pull down blinds here, each one of the doors, and that big window over there, and there's a window on each side of the bed. That's the where we sleep with our head, our feet on this other side, and it had those too, but it's big enough to sleep in comfortably, but with those blinds pulled, your feet or your head would get into those blinds. So I pulled them out and took it down to a window tinting place that we have here in town called, I think it's called Cool Shades or something, and they put 100% blackout tint on both sides of those, so you can't see in there. We've tried it, put a flashlight right up to it, you can't even see through it. So, and then these back doors have the shades too, and those work pretty good. We'll probably just leave those in there. And let's see, what else have I done? I've got the 12-volt fan in here now. I did cut a hole in that roof and put that fan in. I don't know, it's called a hiker fan or something. So it's an off-brand. It's not the real expensive Max Airs or whatever they're called fan, but it works the same. It's a little bit smaller. I wanted one small enough that I could use the hole that it had a DVD player, and I took that out, and I wanted to use that same hole so I didn't have to cut it bigger. So this is 11 inch, and the normal fans you buy online, most of them are 14s, and so I just didn't want to cut that headliner out any bigger. And if I've never goes bad or whatever, I have to put another one in. I can trim the roof out a little more and put a bigger one in if I need to. So that fan works, and it works off of that battery as well. And you just twist that little knob there, and the little flap at the top opens up, of course, and then you can blow air in or out, just depending on what you're doing. If you get too hot in there in the summertime, you turn that on, and hopefully it'll drag a breeze across the back windows when we're sleeping or whatever, keep us a little more cool. So got that in there. I did turn this chair into a swivel chair. There's these bases here. Right there's one on that side too. And that's where the captain's chairs for the middle, because see those two chairs in the front, there's two just like them that go in the middle there, and they both had swivels on them, but the front seats didn't have swivels. So I took the base off of one of these back center captain chairs and fit it to where it fit underneath that seat. I had to cut and weld and do some stuff. It took me a day and a half to tinkering with it to get it to work right and fit, but the passenger and the driver's seat in the front here are power. They have power seats. You can see there, this one's the passenger one, and the driver's one has that too. So I wanted to leave the power on there, so the power still works on those, but you can come down under here and you can see the base that I built and mounted it right into the existing mounts. And then if you pull this little lever here, it'll pull and that seat will swivel around. If you watched the van and the Hemingway bike where we went on a day trip out to the mountains, you'll see me sitting backwards in that chair. I'm not going to show you how it works right there. It's a little finicky. I mean, you got to pull it all the way forward to give it enough room to swivel around, but I mean it works and stuff. You just gotta mess with it for a couple seconds to get everything positioned right before you can swivel it around. So the van's doing good. We've, I don't know, put probably 300 or 400 miles on it so far, I suppose, and I'm not sure what my next step is. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a little information about the van and got to see me work a little bit. And I don't work too hard anymore, but when I do work, I work hard, I guess. Short spurts, just kind of putter around. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next week. Who knows what we're going to do next week? Same thing, never know. There she is, guys. Hopefully we'll get out camping again here within the next couple weeks. It's starting to get colder, but you stay warm in the van. Check you later.